Hello, and welcome back to TechFrame. By now, you already know how to work smarter. You know how to stay calm under pressure. You know how professionals think long-term instead of job to job. But there's one final layer most people never reach, because knowing the right techniques isn't what separates the best builders. Knowing the right decisions is. This video is about the final shift, the one that turns experience into mastery, the difference between surviving in construction and quietly dominating it. These are the habits, mindsets, and systems that sit at the very top, and once you see them, you can't unsee them. The decision compression hack. Professionals don't make more decisions. They make fewer. They remove unnecessary choices before work even begins. Materials are pre-selected. Processes are standardized. Tools are always in the same place. This isn't rigidity. It's freedom. Every extra decision drains mental energy. And when energy drops, mistakes rise. Masters design their workflow so that only the important decisions remain. That's why they seem calm even on complex jobs. They've already decided most things in advance, and fewer decisions means clearer thinking when it matters most. The slow is smooth hack. To outsiders, professionals sometimes look slow, but watch closely. Their movements are deliberate. Their setups are precise. Their transitions are clean. Speed isn't about rushing. It's about removing friction. Rushing creates corrections. Corrections waste time. Masters move smoothly because they trust their process, and smooth work finishes faster than frantic work every single time. This is why experienced builders rarely look stressed. They've learned that control beats urgency. The pattern recognition hack. After enough years, professionals stop seeing individual problems. They see patterns. They recognize when a job is drifting off track before anyone else notices. They sense when communication is breaking down. They feel when momentum is about to stall. This isn't intuition, it's repetition. Every job leaves behind lessons, and masters actually collect them. That's why they can step in early and fix issues quietly before they turn into visible disasters. Pattern recognition is what makes experience look like magic. The protect the reputation hack. Professionals understand one brutal truth. Your reputation is always working, even when you're not. That's why they never win arguments at the cost of trust. They never cut corners to save face. They never disappear when things get uncomfortable. When mistakes happen, they show up stronger, not quieter. They understand that one handled failure can build more respect than 10 perfect jobs. Reputation isn't built by avoiding problems. It's built by how you handle them. The energy allocation hack. Masters treat energy like currency. They know exactly where to spend it and where not to. They don't argue with the wrong people. They don't over-explain to the uncommitted. They don't chase validation. They conserve energy for decisions that move the job forward. This is why experienced professionals rarely look exhausted, even when they're working hard. They've learned that burnout doesn't come from effort. It comes from wasted effort. The control the environment hack. Professionals don't just work in environments, they shape them. They organize spaces so movement feels natural. They reduce noise, clutter, and confusion. They create order early so chaos never gains momentum. Even small things matter. Clear walk paths, clean work zones, defined storage. Environment affects behavior, and when the environment is controlled, performance rises automatically. The communication economy hack. Masters speak less, but say more. They don't narrate every step. They deliver short, clear instructions. They repeat only what matters. This reduces confusion and decision fatigue for everyone around them. They also know when silence is better than explanation. Overcommunication creates noise. Clear communication creates action. That's why teams often work better around experienced professionals. Everything feels simpler. The no emotional decisions hack. One of the biggest upgrades professionals make is removing emotion from critical decisions. They don't price work when they're frustrated. They don't respond to messages when they're angry. They don't make promises under pressure. They pause. That pause saves money, relationships, and reputations. Emotion clouds judgment. Distance restores it. Masters don't suppress emotion. They schedule decisions away from it. The exit strategy hack. Professionals think about the end before the beginning. How will this job finish? How will it be remembered? How will it transition into the next opportunity? They plan exits that feel clean and intentional. No loose ends, no awkward fade-outs. A strong ending multiplies the value of the entire project. That's why masters are constantly recommended. Their jobs don't just finish, they conclude. The teach without teaching hack. The best professionals don't lecture. They demonstrate. They let standards show through action. They correct quietly. They lead by example. People learn faster when they observe excellence than when they're told about it. That's why teams often rise to the level of their leader without being pushed. Leadership isn't loud, it's visible. The detachment hack. Masters care deeply, but they're not attached. They don't tie their identity to every outcome. They don't take setbacks personally. They don't let one bad job define them. This detachment creates resilience. When something fails, they adjust instead of spiraling. They learn instead of reacting. And that emotional distance is what allows consistency over decades. The final master shift. Here's the final realization. At the highest level, construction stops being about building things. It becomes about building systems that work without constant force. Masters don't rely on motivation. They rely on structure. They don't chase success. They design for it. This is why they last, why they're trusted, why opportunities find them instead of the other way around. They don't look busy. They look controlled. Part 1 showed you how to work smarter. Part 2 showed you how to stay in control. Part 3 showed you how professionals last. And this video showed you how mastery is built. Not through shortcuts, not through luck, but through decisions, discipline, and calm execution over time. The real hack isn't a tool or a trick. It's how you think when no one is watching. Because when your systems are solid, pressure loses its power. And that's when construction stops feeling like survival and starts feeling like mastery. If this series changed how you see your work, let me know in the comments. And remember, the best builders don't just finish jobs, they finish careers strong.